another one of those difficult topics that we've had a go at this year, and we'll be looking at being able to change the subject of formulae. As you can see, it ranges from a grade 3 to a grade 5. Knowing the difference between formulae, equation, expressions is also another thing you need to be able to know. So having a look at each one, remember an expression is one like this, where you've just got two different terms in there, no equal sign, just 2x plus 4. This one here, for example, is an equation because you've got an equal sign and we could use that to solve x. Whereas when we've got formula, like this one here, f equals 1.8c, again, we've got two different unknowns, and this is a formula to work out how to get from degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. As you can see here, you've got another formula and that there, another expression. But the main bit we're going to be looking at is changing the subject of the formula. When I'm talking about the subject of the formula, this is the single letter on the one side that represents the equation. So this one at the minute, y equals x plus 7, y is the subject of the formula. And in this question, I want to make x the subject. So very similar rules to when we're solving equations. We need to move things over. Instead of getting rid of it, we're moving it. And when we move something over, so for example, to be left with just my x, I need to move this 7 over to the other side. So to get the 7 over to the other side, and what happens when you jump over an equal sign, it does the opposite. So a plus 7 on the opposite side become a minus 7. So we'd end up with y minus 7 equals x. And there you've got x is now the subject because x equals. Some people like to then flip it back round, so it's then you can just write it as y minus 7. But again, if you leave it like that, that's fine because it's still x as a subject. Look at example 2, again, still quite easy ones at the minute. We'll take it step by step. So I've got rearrange x to make x the subject. So I've got x, I've got minus 9 here. When that goes over there, the minus 9 becomes a plus 9, and you get y plus 9 equals x. On the next one, again, we've got a plus 8. This time it's on this side, so the plus 8, you want to go onto that side. If it's a plus on this side, become a minus on the other side. So x equals y minus 8. And then I've just got 8 quick questions, again, just using a pen and paper. Have a go at these questions, and there is a couple of harder ones there, but we will be going on to those ones in the next section. So have a quick go at those ones. So pause it here. And hopefully you've had a go at those ones, and the answers are coming up now. So hopefully just give those the mark, and we'll go on to the next set again where it gets that a little bit harder. So this one says make y the subject. So here's y. So I want to be left with just my y. So I actually need to get rid this time. I'll move over the 8. So remember, 8y means times. So when you move the 8 over here, this times becomes the divide. That's why I put the arrow underneath, because then I'm going to get a divided by the 8 equals y. And that's your answer again for that one. We've made y the subject. On this one, making y the subject again, I need to get rid or move over the 9. This is divide by 9. So when it goes up, the opposite of divide is times. So you get 9x equals your y. Again, we've got the answer because we made y the subject. Hopefully those should be easy enough. Again, got 8 quick questions to have a go at. So just pause the video here and see how you do at answering them. And then hopefully you've had a go at those. Again, as you can see, the grey boosted bit there is what we're going on to next. So I don't have the answer for those. And here are your answers. Oh, I do have the answers to those. So if you've had a go at those and got those right as well, well done. Again, just mark those, see how well you've done. And then again, we'll move on to ones that I like the grade booster, so we have to do a couple of different steps. Right then, so this one, make X a subject. So as you can see, we've got a couple of different steps, and the steps are just like when you solve an equation with the order you need to get rid of them. So we've got F equals 3x minus 2. So first thing I can move over is the minus 2. So that goes over there, and the minus 2 becomes a plus 2. So you get F plus 2 equals 3x. And then we need to get rid of the 3, or move over the 3. So remember, this means times. So when this goes over there, it becomes a divide. So you get F plus 2. Remember, it all gets divided by the 3. So put it like that, equals your x. Again, that is your answer. So remember, take it step by step. Take over that first. So take the plus, minus 2 becomes plus 2. And the 3 times by 3 goes over and becomes a divide by 3. All right then, so making X a subject on this one, again, take it step by step. So we've got a plus 9 here. So I'm going to take that over there. Plus 9 becomes minus 9. So I've got t minus 9 equals x over 6. Again, this means divide by 6. So when that goes up there, it becomes a times. And because, just like we did before, where everything got divided by 6, this time everything gets times by 6. So if I times this by 6, I'll get a 6t. Minus this times by 6 is 54 equals your x. So again, remember to multiply both bits by the 6, and then you get your answer. So again, x equals 6t minus 54 is your answer. Right then, I'll go through these ones again, just because they are quite difficult, and you might just need a bit of extra example. If you'd rather go at it first, you can do. So you could pause here, have a go at it, and then I'll go through these answers as well. So if hopefully you paused it, had a go at it. If not, I'm gonna go through it again. So this one, this is the formula I talked about before, your Fahrenheit and degrees Celsius formula. So first bit, get rid of your plus 32 by minusing 32. So that goes over to the other side. So you get F minus 32 equals 1.8c. 1.8c means 1.8 times c. So that goes underneath and becomes a divide. So F minus 32 equals 1.8. And that equals your c. Next one. So we've got t equals c over 3 minus 8r. Again, I'm making c the subject. So first thing I get rid of is the minus 8r. So I've got t plus 8r equals c over 3. Remember, the minus on this side, plus on this side. That does not look like 3. There we go. And then this means divide. So it gets times up there. But remember, you times everything by that 3. So you get 3t plus 24r equals your c. So remember, just to multiply everything, that is where the biggest mistakes normally happen on those ones. Down here was a challenge one because you got this symbol here, which we haven't looked at yet. So this one, remember, is your square root. And that is because it's f equals the square root of c minus 6. That's the first thing we need to get rid of. Remember, the opposite of square rooting, so when that's going over there, the opposite of square rooting is squaring. So it actually becomes f squared equals c minus 6. When you get it here, it should be hopefully easy enough because the c then goes over there. The 6 goes over there. And you get f squared plus 6 equals your c. Hopefully you've all had a good go at those and you've got a little bit more idea. Remember, you always rewind, have a look. If there's any more, you need to go over again. So again, on bits of paper, can you have a go at these questions? You are rearranging to make X a subject. You've got your easy and hard ones there. And again, pause here, and in a few seconds, I'll be switching over and putting up the answers. Right then, hopefully you've all had a good go at those. And the answers are here. Right then. This one wasn't on the question because I couldn't fit it on, but this one, if you did have a look at this, and this was taken from a past paper, and you can see kind of how hard it can get. Right, and hopefully that's been helpful. Remember, you can always go, if you want a bit more practice on this, there's questions on Core Bit Maths that you can download. Just search for Rearranging Formulas.